Raj, first of all, thank you. Thank you to Raj and Creative Land Asia. This was just amazing. The ability to distill our conversations and our editorial thought into this is just brilliant, the way you've put it together. And I think it truly talks about how the will and the aspiration to grow is so democratized. It's not in the hands of a few. You'll be surprised how many of our viewers, and we're an English channel, are outside the top 6 or top 8 cities. What was the thought that came to your mind when you saw the product, heard the brief, and the concept of a business channel?
So, in fact, when we started the journey, we always look at the truth about the society and where it is, the truth about the brand, and when there's a sweet spot, then we have a great idea. So the product and the brand spoke to us, right? And there is a renewed energy, right? I can also see the kind of shows that you're putting together. And there are segments, there are things for entrepreneurs. I could see the way you're also moving into a lot of bite-sized content as well. There is a certain connectedness, which is, today you have to be seamless from the TV to the web, all of those sort of things. And then when we look at the aspiration of the society, I mean, today more and more, in most of the boardrooms that I sort of venture into, there's always a conversation of the young India. Right, and I was astonished to see that. I mean, when I looked at the numbers, at 75% of the new guys are all under 30. That's incredible. And right, today, a lot of the online platforms have made it so easy for a lot of these people to come in. So there needs to be a new language. And when I saw that intent in the meetings that we had, when I saw that there was this serious intent, I mean, this is finally the product is in the editorial, right? And it's one thing for us to sit down and say that, okay, this is what the image has to be as far as the marketing is concerned. But this was a beautiful sweet spot where we saw that the product aligned beautifully well with the sentiment of the society, and it's just onwards and upwards.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm guessing when you saw the channel as well, in a conversation that you had told us, that seeing the product as it comes out makes you believe that we are not talking down to any investor, right? We're making the guests talk to the Aam Aadmi as they stand, for everybody to be able to profit from it.
Absolutely with you. In fact, this is a statement that I used in one of the meetings, and I know it's politically incorrect to say that, but I've always felt that business channels have become like one of those silent thing that runs with tickers everywhere, right? And that's what I'm saying. It's all about the intent. Finally, at the end of the day, the fact that you're saying that we don't want to talk down, right? What we want to do is we want to have a conversation, and that is the intent that I see, and that malleability today is very, very important, right? And I know that. I mean, and I wanted to actually turn the table and also sort of ask you a question. What is your view on? I mean, today a lot of people get a lot of their views out of the Finfluencers and And I've always wanted to ask this, and sorry, I'm putting you on the spot right on the stage, because this is always a debate, right? Even in my head. So what is your view as somebody who's sort of
I'm glad you asked that, Raj, because we keep hearing this about news, and we keep hearing this about business news as well. And anyone you talk to, they say कि हम तो TV नहीं देखते हैं, हम news नहीं देखते हैं. But somehow everyone knows what's happening on the news. So clearly they're watching it somewhere, maybe not on a box, but on a website, on a YouTube stream, on a platform. The thing about Finfluencers are they have done a great job in bringing information to people in a simple language. But can you trust what they are saying? When we're talking about this young audience who has to have the right information, they need to be protected. When we put something out, it is with a 10 feet thick wall of guardrails. We're journalists, there's credibility, there's regulatory action, there's corporate governance. We think about everything. I mean, you go to a Finfluencer and look at the kind of crackdown that SEBI has had, regulators have had. So my point is that we are here to provide a safe, smart, and simple space for you to grow. And yes, we want for you to profit.
It's amazing, and I mean, just a really interesting program idea right now. Bring in a few influencers and debate this with them. It'll be brilliant, right? Because I agree, and I really like the fact that there are a lot of, because this is our path of least resistance, right? And they are there. It'll be quite interesting to really sort of put them on the spot, just like you do with.
No, not to run down anyone or what anyone is doing, but we are here. NDTV Profit is for your profit, so we are here in any form that you need.
Yeah, and just that last point that I'll add here, I mean, what we are trying to effectively do out here is responsible journalism, talking to the audience who wants to hear us, and we're thinking of the audience and what every minute of the audience spending on a television channel or across our social media handles, what do they get out of it? Are we doing work enough for that? That is the question in the newsroom every single day.
No, really incredible. You know, in fact, one of the other things that I wanted to ask you was that, 84% of non-working force in this country are participating in financial discussions. How are you gearing up to talk to that audience as well? Because they're very interesting bunch of people out there. I mean, the homemaker at home. How do we make that more relevant?
No, we are speaking to everyone. We are speaking to everyone, whether you understand what EBITDA is or not. You don't have to. You don't have to know what ARPO is, but we'll still tell you what a telecom stock will do. You don't need to know what is RBOP. We will tell you what a hospital stock will do. That is what we are here for, and hopefully we will get all of more and more viewers to join in on our journey. We have to wrap it up. I have that in my ear, but thank you again, Raj. This has just been a brilliant distilling of what we stand for.
Thank you very much. I love that. No jargons.